Yo, people, what's good? I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm in the office today, so it was a bit difficult to try and find somewhere that gave me the best possible lighting. I don't have my mic with me, I don't have my usual equipment, but we're gonna have to make do. We're gonna have to make do. As I speak, I'm literally typing on my actual work laptop. But thank you lot for tuning in, man. It's good to have you here with me. Lunchtime, quick stream. Um, First and foremost, I hope you all enjoyed the result yesterday. Notice how I said result and not performance. I hope you enjoyed the result because that was fundamentally what mattered most. The result yesterday, it was big for us to get off to a winning start, and it was good that we kept a clean sheet as well. And of course, it was even better that Richie Richie got off the mark in Spurs colours. First and foremost, as well, for those who are tuned in, can you do me a favor, please? Can you make sure you smash the like button if you ain't smashed the like button already? Can you make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel already? I'm edging ever closer to that 10K mark, so I would appreciate your support where possible. Apologies, I just need to plug my charger in. Um, but yeah, yep, sorry, just plugging the charger in. But yeah, man, what can I say about yesterday? Very dirty performance. Very dirty performance. I'll be real. Very dirty performance. Like, I feel like aside from the fact that Richarlison bagged and Kulusevski came on, there just wasn't anything worth talking about yesterday, positively anyway. Well, the defending, actually, to be fair, the defending was good. But we'll talk about this more, man. We'll talk about this in detail. But as I said, people, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. Keep doing all of that good stuff for me, please. Sorry, I'm just all over the shop now. I got, if you saw my setup now, I'm literally working with three different laptops, but is what it is what it is. So let me know in the comments as well for those who were at the game yesterday. What did you think of the atmosphere? What did you think of the atmosphere? Because I can't lie, upon arriving to the stadium, fans were clearly buzzing. Like, you could see it was a really pleasant atmosphere to be a part of before the game, especially in the south stand. Like, it was going off. It was going off in the south stand. It was really good. Marseille obviously came with an army, legit. It looked like an army when they were being escorted into the stadium by police. But the atmosphere, I think the team performance literally sucked the life out of the fans. I don't know what you lot think. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? What do you think of that atmosphere? Because I thought it was going to be a really good vibe. But yeah, like, that team performance just wasn't it. Proper sucked the life out of the fans, man. Really did. I can't lie. It really did. Let me just go through some comments as well. Um, Johan says, Tobs, I saw you yesterday by block 252 eating your pie. I wasn't eating a pie, I was eating a burger, but yeah, I was near block 252 yesterday. The hottest Spurs says, pro. Boy, we'll be talking about him in some detail. DUV says, put some respect on El Pombo. Facts. Foggy Foam saying, Richie proving people wrong. What a player. In big moments, he will help us. Ash says, the lateness of this stream sums up Spurs performance. There's no need for that, bro. There's no need for that. Let's calma. Yeah. Let's calma. Yeah. Let's chill out. Yeah. Andy says, thoughts on Marseille, who played well and who played well for them. You know what? Marseille weren't that bad. I think Marseille were okay. Like, I think they kept the ball to a decent standard in the first half. They kept the ball much better than we did over the course of 90 minutes. I'll say that, even with 10 men. Like, we were just really poor with the ball at our feet. It was just a bad performance. I do think for me the standouts from Marseille yesterday, I think Eric Bailly. I think he did quite well, especially playing with one man less. I think Bailly did quite well. He did really well yesterday, all things considered. Um, and that's where I'll stop. I'm not gonna big up that bum Guendouzi. I ain't gonna big up that bum Tavares. Yeah, I ain't gonna big up any of them. I'm not gonna big up any of them. Yeah, it's listen. They kept the ball well, but they're just not good, are they? Like they didn't really have they didn't really have any quality to sort of penetrate that. Like at no point did I think we were in real danger of losing that game, as poor as we were, because we were bad. And I'll get onto our performance in a second. But yeah, I didn't really see anything from Marseille. One second. One second. Yeah, I didn't really see anything from Marseille. Yeah, it good enough. Was not good enough. Yeah, they were poor. They were poor. They were poor. I just think on another day, where our football clicks, where the performances on the ball are better, then we could have hit them for more goals than we did in the end. But I do think, of course, the red card changed things massively for them. Like I think they were more than happy to keep the ball, even though they were toothless, but disrupts our rhythm. And I do think the red card just killed it for them. Yep, sorry, 1 second. One second. Just responding to some work queries, Yeah, back on Spurs though. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to explain it. I just think with us at times this season, like there have been so many players that are just inexplicably poor on the ball. Inexplicably poor on the ball, yeah. Inexplicably poor in terms of controlling the ball, in terms of dribbling with the ball, in terms of passing with the ball. Just bad. Just bad. Really, really, really bad. Really bad. Like, I just think when I was looking at it yesterday, I was like, wow, like to a man, I see it in the first half. I'm seeing Eric Dyer overcomplicate and volley passes that you could just bring down and just pass on the ground. I'm seeing balls ping to Perisic, and he's not killing it dead with his first touch. He's letting the ball bounce and it's going out of play. I'm seeing Emerson Royale get onto a cross and literally smack across, and it goes further than it goes away from the goal than towards it. I'm seeing Langley botch basic passes to Perisic. It was bad. There was even one or two times where Romero looked higgy in possession and just gave away the ball. I don't know what it was. Was it nerves? What was it? Because we were just bad. And what really gave me some early encouragement was that Marseille were playing exactly how we want teams to play against us. Marseille were pressing really high. Of course, we were sat way too deep and we should push out more. But Marseille were pressing high. And that's exactly what we want. It's our bread and butter. I felt like where teams push high, it's a risk because of what we can do with the threat in behind. And all it took was like 2-3 good passes, clean. And that would have been it. But no, we just kept overcomplicating, flipping, botching basic passes, doing dumb flick-ons. It just wasn't on, man. It was really bad. And even Lloris as well. There was one moment in the first half where all he has to do is just come and catch the ball, and he goes out and punches it. And I'm like, what is going on today? What is going on today? Like it was mental. So yeah, it was mental to me. It was mental to me. Sorry, I'm being sidetracked. Yeah, it was just bad. Even Harry Kane was so bad, so bad. Passing, first touch, dribbling, horrible. Son, it's like one step forward, two steps back. He played really well against Fulham and then just reverted back to type against Marseille. It was horrible. Just all in all, it was just a shocking performance on the ball. Like I want to forget that performance quickly, because it wasn't pleasant to be a part of. I can tell you that for free. It was not pleasant to be a part of. But I'll also say this: I didn't like the fact that there were some fans that were booing at halftime. I get it. The performance isn't what we want, but in the end of the day, we weren't losing the game. We were still defending well. It's still our first game in the Champions League. We were at the point in time we hadn't conceded. Like I didn't understand why people were booing. Well, I understood it. I just didn't agree with it. Let me just go through some comments as well. People keep smashing the likes as well as you come in as well. Keep smashing the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Let's see. Gwen Doozy messed up our game first 45. That little wanker was all right, I guess. He was all right. I felt like he had a couple loose passes, but for the most part, he was secure in what he was doing. Byron says the ref was a joke yesterday, but what performance was from Richarlison in the South Stand was rocking after the 75th minute. Yeah, you're right. It was rocking after the 75th, but it was dead quiet before that because the team just sort of sucked the soul out of our voices. Perisic on corners over Son. Son really wasteful potentially, but Son has had some really good corners recently. When do you think we will actually hit? Good point from Daniel. When do you think we will actually hit our stride this season? The results have been good, but we are kind of floundering in these games so far. Need some rhythm and calmness in possession. Facts. I think it's coming soon, man. I'd say give us a couple more games, and I think we'll be able to hit our groove, man. Because like, it's quite startling that like quite a few players are off form, or better yet, quite a few players aren't playing to their normal standard on a week-to-week basis. But it's early on in the season, right? It's early on in the season. We've only played 6 league games and 1 Champions League game, so it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We will get better. We know we will get better. Like the thing is, that's why I'm encouraged. We're still winning, and we know that Harry Kane will get better. He's going to get better. We know Son's going to get better. We know Bentancur can be more consistent because he showed it to us last year. Yeah. We know Perisic won't play like that every game. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? We know even Eric Dyer, we know he's capable of playing better than he did yesterday. Højbjerg has been our best midfielder this season, and even he was poor, in my opinion, yesterday as well. And when I say poor, I don't mean he was giving away the ball constantly, but I just felt like toothless with the ball, a bit passive. But when he switched it on, when he made that moment of quality, you saw it led to a goal. And I do think that our team will gel over the next couple of weeks, for sure. For sure. I think it's going to happen. But listen, that's the negative part. Yeah, let's talk about the positives. And before I do again, like Sleeping Dragon said, make sure you smash the likes, people. Before I talk about the positives, yeah. Oh, now let's talk about the positives. We won. We won the game 2-0, clean. Took 2 moments when we actually started to play well, but we won the game. Yeah, we won that game. Simple as. That's the main positive. And the second positive, our defense. I've got to say, our defense has actually really impressed me in 2022 for the most part. Like, I know people say, oh yeah, we sit deep. At times, yeah, we do. But I like how we are actually limiting teams when it comes to getting shots off at our goal. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Like, and what I mean is limiting teams to getting good shots at our goal, like high quality chances. High quality chances. I don't think Marseille created a single clear-cut chance yesterday. In fact, I think there was maybe one where the defender could have done better. But yeah, I wasn't really worried. And I think that's testament to the fact that our defensive structure has improved massively. Has improved massively. And then the third point, Richarlison. Richarlison. That's all I have to say. Richarlison. It wasn't even like a vintage performance from Richarlison, but of all our attackers, he was the best yesterday. He was the best. He was the one that was trying. He was the one that was able to hold up the ball better. He was the one that was giving us something that others couldn't give us. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's this is what we've asked for as a fan base. Attackers that can change games, that can win games for Spurs. And for the most part, this guy, he was coming on and doing his thing. And now two successive starts, and he's been the man of the match in both of them. Was excellent against Fulham, was unlucky not to score, was excellent, I say excellent, was good yesterday, and he bagged a brace. He gets his first couple of goals, man. The guy's such a good player. He's such a threat. He's such a threat. And he's so good aerially as well. You don't want this guy to get the bet to get the measure of you in the air. Otherwise, it's peak. It's absolutely peak. Yeah, I just think, yeah, Richarlison, he's a good player, man. He's a really good player, and I think he's given Conte a good type of headache. And we're not used to having those good type of headaches as Spurs fans. We finally have a good type of headache. Do you get what I'm saying? We finally have a good type of headache. We have players that genuinely can give us an uplift of what we're seeing at times in the front line. Son is stinking out the joint right now, and Richarlison comes in and lifts the team while Son isn't playing well. This is what we've wanted. This is exactly what we've wanted. And then when you look at the goals as well, two headers, guys are beast in the air. Look at the deliveries. Perisic was poor all game on the ball, and the one moment he makes and connects with the ball properly, goal. Game changers. Players that can just win you games like that. Great cross from Perisic, bang, Richarlison, 1-0. And then the second goal, good delivery from Højbjerg, bang, again, another goal from Richarlison to ice the game. Difference makers, that's what we want in our team. Players that can lift us when the team isn't playing at their usual level. That's what we want. That's what we've been asking for. That's what we've been asking for. So, mate, I'm happy to see that. I'm not happy with the performance, but I'm happy to see the outcome. I'm happy to see the outcome. Peter Kip says Højbjerg assist was brazy. Yeah, really good pick out. Really good pick out. Really good pick out. Hey 001 says, would you bench Son on Saturday? It's a tough one. I'm not going to answer it now. I'm going to answer that one on my preview with Big Steve. Look out for that one. That one's going to come out tomorrow. But yeah, it's a tough one with Son. It's a real tough one because he's playing horribly. He's playing horribly. His morale is on the ground. Do you get what I'm saying? But we've been in this situation before, Spurs fans, with Son, and we know that he always pulls himself out of it. but it's not looking good at the moment. It's looking quite poor, and he needs to buck his ideas up fast. Fast. Island Life says, don't need to be hard on Sonny. Kane had the same bad spell last season. Someone's don't get nasty over. Yeah. Listen, Son's playing poorly. I don't think it's being hard on him to state that. Like, it's a fact. He's not playing to the level that we know he's capable of playing to. That one is quite clear. Yeah. If he was playing to the standard that we know he was capable of playing, there would be no conversations. And I think with Son, the thing is, when he plays bad, he doesn't just put in like a 4 out of 10. He legitimately stinks. And I think that's why it gets people talking more. That's why it gets people talking more, because it's like, wow, like you're really stinking out the joint. It's a shame. I don't like seeing our second best player look in such dire straits. But as a team, we have the options. We brought Richarlison for this reason, right? We brought Richarlison to compete with the front three and give them something to think about and give us options when they're not ticking. And right now, Son's not ticking. So would you begrudge Conte if he dropped Son? No, you wouldn't. But for me, it's good problems to have. It's good problems to have. It's a problem that we didn't have before. We weren't in a position where Son could be playing poorly and yet we're still winning. And not only are we winning, we actually have someone else other than Son and Kane who's there to win us games. That's the beauty of having players like Kulusevski and Richarlison in this attack. Kulusevski lifted this attack from the day he's come in. And even when he came on as a sub yesterday, you saw the impact straight away. The guy is quality. He brings so much class, power, poise, precision, decision-making, class. And now Richarlison, ability to hold up the ball, ability to bring others into play, ability to play on the break, ability to press off the ball, works his socks off, covers so much ground, strong in the air, can use both feet to finish, already building up a decent understanding with Harry Kane. Like, this is what we've been asking for as Spurs fans for years, to have the luxury of not having to rely on Harry Kane and Son to bail us out, because Kane and Son were rubbish yesterday and we won 2-0. We won 2-0. Kane and Son were not good in the first game of the season and we won 4-1. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not to say that we don't appreciate what they do. They're a world-class striking duo and they have been for years. But some games, they're not going to play well. And when they don't play well, we need options. And the fact that we are shifting our reliance across 4 players now instead of 2 back in the days is perfect. It's perfect. The hottest Spurs says it here. Some situation is just mountains out of a molehill. We should just be happy that we finally have cover for this situation. I agree. Kellen Duran says, Son has to start against Man City. I would definitely bench him for Sporting and Frankfurt, though. Interesting point of view. Interesting point of view. Kellen Duran says, but City, he has to play. City fans fear Son. I don't think City's a good matchup for Richy. Son and Kulu would do better than City. You know what? I think Richy would do well against Man City. But as I said, I'm not going to reveal my answer yet. I think Son has his record for a reason against Man City, and the way we play against Man City will suit Son to a T. But you never know. Good problems to have. Good problems to have. Do you get what I'm saying? Shout out Kulusevski as well, by the way, yesterday. Shout out Dejan Kulusevski. A bit unfortunate for him to find himself on the bench, but listen, I see this as a good thing. The fact that a trusted part of our attack can be on the bench as an option shows that we're progressing. That to me shows progression. That shows progression to me, that Spurs are moving forward. Spurs have players other than Kane and Son that can pull us out. And Spurs, even Kulusevski, like at games, we can bring him off the bench. It's good for me. I don't know about you lot. What do you lot think? What do you lot think? Let me know. Let me know. What were your thoughts on the wing backs yesterday? Talk to me. What did you think of Perisic? What did you think of Emerson Royale? Talk to me. What did you think of the wing backs yesterday? Let me know, because I've already given my thoughts on Perisic. I'll give my thoughts on Emerson now. What did you think? Let me see those comments come in. And as you put the comments in, make sure you smash a like if you're not smashed the like button already. Let's get it to 100 likes before the stream ends. Smash the like button, please, and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. As you're coming in, smash that like button and sub to the channel. Thank you, folks. Sam says Emerson good defensively. GB says Emerson good defensively, but he's so bad going forward. Island Life says Perisic almost made something happen. AB15 says Royal is good on defense but lacking offense. He's doing his job. Perisic could have done better. Perisic looked a bit slow yesterday. But has that quality. Emerson was probably best player until he got subbed off. Interesting mix of opinions. Too Hotty Entertainment says, bruv, Emerson was great. He just needs to work on his crosses. It seems like the fan base are warming a little bit to Emerson. It does, I must say. Romy says, Perisic will always show his class, but overall both were a bit wasteful. Emerson more than Perisic, obviously. Emerson, we know he is poor. Perisic did not have a good game. Peter Kipp says, Emerson, good defense from Emerson, still lacking attack. And this is it. I think now we've got to a point where we can actually say with conviction that Emerson Royale can defend. And I must say, I've been impressed with his defending. I think he's quite resolute these days. You're not really working Emerson the way he was getting worked in spells in his first season. 1v1, he's quite strong. His counter pressing is good as well. He stops quite a lot of teams from getting at us when we turn over the ball in dangerous positions. Yeah. His ability to win duels is quite good. He's quite decent aerially as well. Like, I must say, like, for all intents and purposes, I think he's proven that he can defend. And I don't think he had a bad game yesterday. But the problem with Emerson is games like yesterday where we need composure, calmness, and just progression with the ball. That's where he will struggle. And to be fair to him, he's getting better at playing out from the back. He is. And getting better at making those runs, angling himself and prepping for that passing behind. And he's good at getting the ball into the box, or decent at getting the ball into the box. Once he gets the ball into the box or gets it near the box, that's when it just goes pear-shaped. He can't really dribble at man. He can't really shoot. He can't really pass. He can't really cross. It's a bit of a hindrance in this system when we rely on him for some level of creativity. It is. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, let me know. Like, what do you lot think? Because it's mad. He's not playing bad, but he's also playing bad, if that makes sense. Like, defensively, he's doing what we need him to do. He's doing exactly what we need him to do as a defender. And it's why a lot of people are saying that Emerson could work in a back four. It's why a lot of people are saying that Emerson could work in a back four, because right now he is doing what Conte is asking him to do defensively, which is shut the opposition down. Yeah. Shut the opposition down, close off as much space as possible. And when you're out of possession, make sure you're available as an option. So he's doing his job up to the halfway line. He is. Beyond the halfway line, he's not doing his job. And that's where it's killing us. That is where it's killing us. Perisic as well. I think he was poor. That's probably the worst game I've seen from Perisic in the Spurs shirt. Like, he was bad. And I don't just mean defensively, because again, I don't think he was bad defensively. I think as a unit defensively, we were quite secure. But it was what he was doing in possession. I didn't like it. Them little passes in behind normally are a lot sharper, a lot more accurate. It wasn't accurate this time round. They were not accurate this time round. They weren't. When he was making runs up further up in the pitch, and there was one time when Eric Dyer actually the one of like 10 passes that he actually got right, he played a really good diagonal to Perisic, and normally you see Perisic just cushion that ball, bring it down, and then chop suey on the fullback. We didn't see any of that. Miscontrolled the ball, bro. Miscontrolled the ball. So it wasn't a good day out for our wing backs yesterday. I'll be real. It just wasn't. Like, they can play better. We know they can play better. They can actually play better, and they will play better. Well, Perisic will play better. Emerson Royale, he's just not a very good footballer, is he? That's the thing with Emerson. He just isn't a good footballer. We just got to eat this one, I guess. Just isn't a good footballer. But I think it's up to Conte to actually start picking players that suit games more, or that suit games better. Like, I don't see why Jet Spence couldn't have got minutes yesterday. Tanganga came on and did okay, but I don't really see why Tanganga's coming on when you were looking to loan Tanganga. And Spence is a new signing, but you're playing Tanganga right centre back. And that was another yesterday as well. The one thing that tipped me off with Conte was after he brought on Kulusevski, he still stayed with the back five. I'm like, they're down to 10 men. You don't need so many defensive-minded players on the pitch. Switch to a back four and pan this team. And then the subs he made after that, he brought on, like, in my head, I was thinking, okay, you're playing a 3-4-3 now. It's 0-0. Your team's struggling to score against 10. Switch to a back four now, again, with the numerical advantage. Take off Perisic, take off Perisic, and take off one of Longley or one of Longley or Dyer, and then bring on Ben Davies, who can play Ben Davies or Session, who can play left back, and put Kulusevski in the 10. But yeah, no, he just kept it with the back five. And listen, I guess you could say he's vindicated, because ultimately he kept Perisic on the pitch. And look what happened. Perisic created our first goal. You keep dangermen like that on the pitch, fair enough. But I didn't like the fact that I'm seeing quite a lot of defensive substitutions. And I'm normally one to defend Conte, but I didn't get that, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I felt like there was a point, yeah, like you should have just gone. But to be honest, fair play to him. He had two attacking players at wing back in Kulusevski and Perisic. He also had the three attackers up top, and then he had Tanganga and Davies playing either side of Dyer, because I guess Ben Davies, he's more adventurous going forward than Longley. Not a better passer, but as in carrying the ball in the opposition half, I guess he's a bit more adventurous. So let me just go through some comments. GB says, really need Jet Spence to get his chance, and hopefully Doherty gets back to 100%. Well, Doherty came on yesterday. I can't remember who it was that found the pass. Yeah, I think it was Kulusevski. He came on yesterday. Kulusevski found the pass. So, boy, came on, found the pass, and he was in on goal. Steven says, true Tobs, but the rest of the team didn't display much calmness, especially in the first half. I agree. It was just a really bad team performance. Really, really bad. Really bad team performance. Like, I can't remember the last time I've seen Spurs play that bad. It was mental. Absolutely mental to me. But We'll improve. We'll improve. That's the thing. We will improve. Like the good thing is like it's players that we know they're capable of more. Like Harry Kane is not going to be crap forever, right? He's not going to play bad forever. It's not in his nature. Ain't in his nature. Like he's a world-class player. Do you get what I'm saying? He's a world-class player. So he will improve. Harry Kane will improve. Son will improve. Yeah. Benton Core. It's an odd one with Benton Core because I feel like whilst Højbjerg's form has been quite stable, Benton Core's been up and down. Started the season like a house on fire, fantastic. Against Chelsea, I felt a little bit sorry for him and Højbjerg because I felt like they were just numerically outnumbered. I don't think they necessarily played bad. But then he played against, who was it? We had our third game of the season. I can't even remember. Wolves. Played against Wolves and was poor. Got much better in the second half, but wasn't good overall. And then we played Nottingham Forest and wasn't good. But then we played who did we play? West Ham, and obviously he didn't play. Came back against Fulham and was fantastic against Fulham. And it's not just him. I think Dyer hasn't played his best football at all this season. I don't think he has. Like, I still think there are key parts of our team that just haven't found their rhythm yet. They're still recalibrating. But it will click. Eventually, it will click. Let me just go through some more comments. I think you're overrating Spence just a little bit. I don't think I am overrating Spence. Why is it overrating Spence to ask for him to play? I don't think I'm overrating him at all. I've not come here and said that he's the bee's knees. I'm saying that when we're playing teams and we need to be more of an attacking unit. We need to be more of an attacking force. Play the right back who is better going forward. Jed Spence is a better dribbler, shooter, and better technician than Emerson. Emerson looks like a better defender, no doubt. But I'm talking about what we need in possession. And in possession, the stats prove that Jed Spence is just better on the ball than Emerson. That's what it proves, personally. But anyway, I think we need to pattern up. We need to pattern up. Foggy Foam says, once we already claim the first group spot, we will see Conte test Spence. That's why it's key we win most of it. Yeah, I see. Makes sense. Get qualification out of the way first and then play the up and comers. Fair enough. Fair play. Fair. I don't think there's an issue with that. I don't think there's an issue with that at all. So, just qualify. Just qualify. It's mental. Just qualify now. One win in the bag. Next game we play up against Sporting away from home. Sporting had a really good result yesterday. Torched the hell out of Frankfurt. Marcus Edwards, really, really thriving. Really, really thriving. It seems as if he's got a new lease of life in Portugal because he torched the hell out of those players yesterday. He torched them. He absolutely torched them. I was watching the highlights. He killed them, bro. Killed them. So it's not going to be an easy match. And Spurs don't really travel well away from home. Spurs do not really travel well from home. Big up my bro, Sire, man, my fellow New Spurs Order co-host. The narrowness of the front three was an issue and the lack of chemistry showed. More flicks than control. Yeah, I agree. Too fancy at times. Just get on the ball, keep it for a second, give it to someone. too many times when the ball was played into them, they wanted to get rid of it so they could try and spring on the counter. All it took was a little more calmness and control, and we could have got in behind Marseille so many times. Even Harry Kane alluded to it in the first half. And yeah, I think the narrowness is a point as well, because I get that he wants to utilize the wing backs for width, but with how Marseille were pressing really high, like it didn't even make sense that everyone was so congested in the center. A little more room in between the two, and players receiving the ball from wider positions could have actually helped us a lot more yesterday. It really could have. But anyway, people, keep smashing the likes, keep smashing that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Keep sending your comments in as well. Foggy Foam says, could have done with Basuma first half, someone to put his foot on the ball and play him in Bentancur. Yeah, it took way too long. That is another thing with me and Conte. It took way too long for Basuma to come on the pitch. Way too long. You should be bringing him on earlier. Against 10, you should be bringing him on earlier. Emerson was the best player in the first half, literally. I agree. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, going forward, I think we need more on the ball. Emerson did not have a bad game at all yesterday. Let's go through some more comments. Whoa, We Are Tottenham TV channel got deleted. Wow, really? What happened? Is that true? I'll check that out after this. That's brazy if so. H says Conte's system won't work with Emerson playing. Also, his midfield need to be able to carry the ball forward and have a pass in them. I think his system can work when Emerson's playing, but that's when we're playing real sort of deep, the deepest of deep blocks, and we're springing on the counter. I think when we want to be a bit more adventurous, yes, we need more offensive wing backs. But I'll be real, Emerson hasn't been bad at all this season. I think he's actually played quite well defensively. It's just going forward. That's why it's so hard to judge him, because it's like you're doing everything that we want defensively, but going forward, you ain't giving us anything. Okay. Sam says, Tobs, the mad thing is when we actually start playing well and something in our banging form, we will be unstoppable. Also deep that we have one loss in 18 games right now. And that's why I couldn't boo yesterday. I'm like, yeah, the performance stinks, but we're still 0-0. We're still undefeated this season. One loss in 18. Like, come on. Trust me, Spurs have given us plenty reasons to boo. And I'm not even trying to shit on people that are booing, but me personally, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't think there was a need to boo at halftime. Obviously, people are entitled to their own opinions. As match day going fan, people have expectations of what they should see from the team. Okay, just going through some more comments. Too Hotty Entertainment says Tanganga played pretty good for the time he's on the pitch. I was surprised when I saw him selected. Yeah, what I liked about Tanganga was, even though we had the one man advantage, the extra man, there was a bit when he stepped into their half in the second half, and he played a pass directly into Harry Kane's feet, and I'm like, good. That's the type of pass we want to see from Tanganga. If Tanganga is going to be a part of this team, we need to see that kind of quality on the ball. Yeah. And we need to see quality off the ball as well. To be honest, Marseille didn't really test us in the second half because they didn't have the capacity. Even 11v11, it looked like they were just going to be toothless. Like, yeah, they would have kept the ball better, but they didn't look like they could penetrate Spurs. Their best effort came in the first half, came from a Guendouzi long shot from like 25 yards out. So I do think that going forward, Tanganga, if he's going to be a part of a defense that can restrict teams like this, he needs to be better defensively, he needs to make less mistakes, and he needs to be better with the ball. Remember, trying to play out with the ball better. You saw the difference it made for our team and the way we played with Longley and Romero against Fulham, how well we were able to sort of play out of Fulham's high press. because there was a difference yesterday yesterday and Saturday. Both teams were trying to press us high. Both teams were trying to press us high. Fulham pressed us high. We just played around them. And that's the one thing that we failed to do against Marseille yesterday. The Boo Boys just want the Harry Redknapp vibes back. Yeah. It's a fine balance, isn't it? Because it's like when Spurs were playing good football and didn't win anything, we were called bottle jobs. When are we going to win something? When are we going to win something? When Spurs are playing horribly, it's like, okay, no, we want good football, which is fine. I love good football. I'm a big advocate for good football. But now when we're playing in between, like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. But fundamentally, Spurs are winning games. Spurs are not losing games. Spurs are scoring goals. Spurs are not conceding goals. Most metrics are going up, 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 up. The one thing that we're waiting on this season are the performances to balance out, and they will. But for the most part, stop complaining. Okay, you can voice your discontent at the performances, but acknowledge that we're going forward. We are not moving backwards. We're going forward. 1 loss in 18. When was the last time you could say that about Tottenham? When was the last time you could say that about Spurs? Like people say moving in silence. We're actually moving in silence. Just calm down. I keep reiterating, these players are capable of more and they will get better. Harry Kane is not going to play like this the whole season. Son is not going to play like this the whole season. They're going to get better. Honestly. Tranquilo. Calm down. We're still winning games. Yeah. Keeping clean sheets. Richarlison doing his business. I'm going to start calling him Champions League Richarlison. Champions League Richarlison. This chat as well. Big up Romy. This Højbjerg guy always comes up big. He looks average for large parts of the game, but shows up in big moments. It's hard to drop him at the moment. This is a big fact. Whether people want to like it or not, Højbjerg is a big game player. He's a big game player. When you look at some of the big moments we've had in 2022, he's been a key part of that. Listen, I'm so glad he's part of this team, man, because it looked sticky at one point last year, man. He was playing so bad. But I still had the faith that he could recover, man. I'm so glad. Yeah, this C1 up guy, man's talking all this rubbish. I'm like, I didn't put a gun to your head for you to watch the stream, mate. You can close your tab. You can close the laptop. Liam Wood says, would have liked to see Brian Hill and Skip in the last 5 minutes. Frustrates me that Conte is stubborn with his subs. Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying at times. I don't get why. I don't get why he has to make subs at times that don't actually make sense. But with Conte now, it's very hard to question him when Spurs are doing as well as they're doing results-wise. It's very hard to question him. But he can be questioned for sure. Definitely. Okay. Carlito Lawton says, Son should be dropped for the game on Saturday. Listen, find out my thoughts on that when the preview comes out with Big Steve tomorrow. Sai says, I've been praising Højbjerg, but I'm not allowing this clutch gene propaganda. It's here, brother. Højbjerg is a big game player. Big game player. Big up Sammy as well for tuning in. Need to get Kane some stats in this group stage, Tobs. Yeah, Kane will bag. Listen, we know what Kane's about. 20 Champions League goals in 25 Champions League games now. We know what Kane's about. Kane will bag. What I'll say is this. It's been a good result for us. I'm really gassed for Richarlison. Let me end it with Richy and what we got to look forward to. So on Richy, at the end of the game, like that moment when he was with his mum and dad, like that's what it's about, man. When he joined us, he cited the fact that he wanted to play Champions League football. All of the people who made those points around, oh, but we signed players that we could have signed without Champions League football, all of this stuff. Bro, Champions League football was a pool. Just because you don't rate the player doesn't mean that Spurs can automatically just sign these man willy-nilly. Chelsea were in for Richarlison. Who knows what could have happened if Spurs didn't have Conte, nor did we have Champions League football. So when you see him embrace his parents like that and actually cherish the fact that he's actually playing for Spurs, scoring in the Champions League, man, it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see. And that's the kind of attitude that we need at this club. We need players who are hungry to play for this club and be a part of any potential success we may have in the months and years to come, man. Really, really happy for Richarlison, man. He's been busting his ass the past couple of weeks and making big changes and in our performance when he comes on or when he starts, man. So it was nothing more than he deserved, honestly. And I just hope that this upcoming weekend, when we play Man City, we can get a positive result and he's on the score sheet. Brilliant guy, man. Brilliant guy. Like, even when I remember I was watching an interview with Højbjerg, and Højbjerg was talking about how like he's already a big like figure in the dressing room, how popular he is in the dressing room, how like everyone likes what they've seen from Richarlison. Good on him, man. That's my guy. Honestly. We'll be here, don't worry. Because listen, it's not always going to be like this for Richarlison. If you've kept up with Richarlison at Everton, you know that he will have his spells where he's not playing well, as do most players. Son is having his spell now. Obviously, Son is a better player than Richarlison, but you get what I mean. Kane was absent for months last season. When players don't play well, they will face criticism, but fundamentally, you still can't turn your back on that player. It's still why I have belief in Son. I can say that Son is playing poorly now, but we know why Conte keeps picking Son, and we know what Son's about. Top player, and you can see him bagging on the weekend. As bad as he's been, you can see him bagging on the weekend. But anyway, big up Richarlison, man. Happy for him, happy for his family. I'm glad that he's a Spurs player, honestly. I think the money we paid for Richarlison, yeah, real market rate versus current market rate is an annoying subject for me. Like, in my head, I said, yeah, like I felt 50 million was about right for Richarlison. Maybe 10 million too much, but in the market rate, I think this is what the going rate is for a player like Richarlison. Someone who's going to get you goals, someone who's going to win you matches, someone who can play several positions. 60 million, that's what it should buy you nowadays. Darwin Núñez cost 85 million after one stellar campaign. Do you get what I'm saying? The market is distorted, but either way, I'm glad. If Richy is our marquee signing, I'm glad. Would I like the centre back? Yes, but I am glad. I'm glad Richarlison's at this club. Money well spent. Even if it's more than what I would have liked, money well spent. Big up Richy, man. Big up. Sai says, Aaron Ramsey's playing tonight. Lizzie about to, oh my days. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo. Oh my God. Yo. Sai. Oh my days. You know what? Let's just forget that comment. That's wow. Bro, that Ramsey thing is mad. It's mad. Let's just hope he doesn't score tonight. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. JGR says, if you don't mind asking, what's your daytime profession? Wow. I'm a consultant. I'm an IT consultant. So that's what I do 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. 5 to 10, however, I'm a YouTube creator. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Richy has made more impact than Núñez. Prem proven, that's massive. There you go. I guess the added Prem proven tax. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I need to get back to work. I'm getting emails. flying left, right, and center. But look out for some content tomorrow with Big Steve. We'll be talking about front threes. We'll be talking about the significance of this fixture. We'll be talking about the fact that potentially one team's unbeaten record is about to end this weekend. Is it going to be Man City's? Is it going to be Spurs? We'll find out. But until then, people, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. All of that good stuff. Road to 10K continues. Please help me. Please get me out of algorithm hell. And keep backing the lads. Keep backing Richarlison. And yeah, we'll speak soon. Take care. Peace out. And up the Spurs.